Up until about a year ago, I really thought that making new like-minded friendships as an adult was hard, but over the last 12 months, I've realized that it really actually isn't, and that it's just about doing the right things to attract them into your life.
A year ago, I was feeling super lonely and I was craving community, like-minded humans to hang out with. I had a lot of people who I'd been friends with living close to me, but I felt like I was getting more and more disconnected from their mindset, and I was craving to find people who were more passionate about the same things as I was.
As a kid and teenager, and even in my early 20s, I was always surrounded by friends, but as my passions and mindset and lifestyle changed, I slowly started to isolate myself more and more. And it got to the point where I started feeling really lonely.
And so I set myself a goal. I was like, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna find some like-minded humans so that I can become friends with them. I did 4 different things and they worked. In this video, I wanna share with you the 4 things that I did that helped me so that you can do that for yourself as well. And today, I was actually just here at the beach with Ali.
And as we go into the topic of this video, I just quickly wanna share that I have been absolutely blessed to have Alessandra in my life as a best friend for the last 7 years. And I feel like if you can develop just one really good, deep friendship, you're gonna be good. And I'm hoping that if you don't have that currently, that the tips I'm sharing in this video is going to help you do that.
And today I'm going to a YouTuber event.
And that leads us to
the first thing that I would love for us all to do if we're craving like-minded individuals or community, go to events alone. Topic is something that we're passionate about because it's scary, maybe so outside of what you typically do, but I've met so many humans throughout this year from doing exactly that. So let's go.
The event that I went to today was held by Creator Now for YouTubers, and it is an education program that I signed up for last year, and this is my second event with them. During the first event, I was a little bit nervous of going by myself, but I met a lot of really cool creators at that event. For example, Chris and Manuel, who you've seen in a few of my vlogs. Today we did breathwork, sound healing, there was delicious food, and Sky shared such a beautiful talk about her journey on YouTube.
From my heart, I just want to express that and contribute that to the world and feel like it's meaningful, and then to be seen and acknowledged for it.
That was just such an incredible experience. Sky was doing this talk just beautifully inspiring, sharing her journey, and there's just so much you can connect to when you have things in common. When you go to events, get to speak with people who are doing the same thing as you, who are passionate about the same thing as you. They will inspire you, they will make you want to evolve, they will lit up your soul, and you don't think there's a reason for you to go because you don't know what you're missing out on. If you don't, you may not believe me when I tell you that I'm an introvert.
But I really am, so that's why it was even extra terrifying for me to go to my first ever event alone. The first time I went to an event last year was to Lewis Howe's event, and I went all the way to Ohio because he was having the School of Greatness Summit, and I've been following him for years. The first self-development book I read in LA was his, and it just motivated me on so many levels. And so I just knew that I wanted to go to this event, but I also was terrified of going by myself. I got a preferred ticket, which means I can go in a different line. I'm so lucky, I've never done that before. And I felt like everyone would think I was such a weirdo for going there by myself. So I was terrified of it, but I knew I had to do it. What I realized right away was how incredibly sweet and kind every single human I met there was, and how a lot of people, first of all, went there alone, but also how, because we had all these things in common and had things to talk about, and I'm still connected with a lot of the people that I met from that event. But then when I came back, I started going to other events and just saying yes to everything that came up, and every single thing that I went to, especially if I went to it by myself, I would be nervous, but oftentimes it would pay off. It's currently 5 in the morning, a little bit later, and I'm about to do the final touches on this YouTube video. And I just wanted to share that today is a good day because I'm going to an event with Rachel Hollis, which, if you don't listen to her podcast, I highly recommend. She's doing like a little pop-up event in Los Angeles, and I'm going there by myself, and I am so excited. And the cool thing about having done so many of these by myself is that I'm no longer the slightest bit nervous, and that's what we all know, right? Like when we eat something enough times, then eventually that fear lessons. I'm just so excited because she's been such a massive inspiration to me, and actually people like her and Tony Robbins is the reason why I do everything that I do today, because I'm like, these people have impacted my life so much. So if I can impact just one other human in the way that they've impacted my life, I'd be living the dream life. I would say that first step is getting really clear on what is something that you're passionate about, and then seeking out events where people who also are passionate about that thing are.
Guys, I've never been a chattery type at the gym. Like, I've wanted to just focus, do my workout, and if anyone talks to me, I'll be nice, but I'll also be like, I gotta move on with my workout. Until I started at this gym, because at this gym, I've been chatting a little bit.
Wait, do you do this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 102! 102! You savage! Let's go! Yeah, no, that's solid.
I've of course been working out hard, but then maybe before or in the middle or at the end, I've chatted and shot videos and just done a ton of fun little things. I honestly never use this machine, but we're going to use it as a prop while we chat. It's because a lot of the people who go to this gym are very interested in fitness like I am, and a lot of them post on social media, so they're wanting to also make videos, which is something I love. Honestly feels like I'm a little kid whenever I make my videos. It's just like, it feels like just like play. And then the fact that I can hopefully add some value to someone's life, just, it lights up my heart. You're supposed to be able to like pose in here and then look strong AF, which I don't know. But I'm just sharing this with you because maybe for you, you've always had a passion for rowing, and then you can check out your rowing club, or painting, or playing chess, or bow hunting. My dad's a bow hunter, and he joined a bow hunting club and found some people from there that, you know, he could chat about his hobby as being a bow hunter. Because I dance, I often meet people who talk about like, oh, I wish I was bold enough to go to a dance class. And just like with going to an event alone, going to a dance class, or signing up for whatever club or whatever it is that you have a passion within, is scary. But we have to do new things in order for us to get new results. Isn't that what they say? So we just gotta push ourselves on the bum and get moving.
I feel like we've all had friendships that were really meaningful in the past, but then because of distance, because we got busy, adult life coming in the way, we slowly started drifting apart. And so something that I did last year was seeking out old friendships.
My incredible friend Betty lives in Austria, which is far away, so I went there to surprise her for her 30th, and we then also later that year met in New York and reconnected with some friends that I had previously been really close to. I did also decide to become a digital nomad for a few months last year, which is an awesome way to meet new people, but I also know that not everyone's gonna want to go out and do that. But I mean, if you have the urge to, go for it.
I am setting up for a little podcast episode because my friend Solange, who has written a book, is coming over, and we're doing a little podcast episode together. And something that's really amazing that has actually been quite surprising is how good connections you can make from having a podcast, because people want to come on and you have these deep conversations from the start, and then you build these deeper connections through that. I don't know if you've low-key been wanting to start a podcast, but it could be an idea.
Something else that I did about 2 months ago that I know doesn't apply to everyone, but maybe it can inspire you to do something that makes sense in your life, is that I re-signed with the agency that I used to be signed with back in the day when I was doing modeling and dancing full-time. And that got me to book this job that I've been doing over the last month. And because we've been spending so much time together, I really feel like I've gotten really close to these beautiful people that I got to get this experience with.
And let's shout out all the amazing cast. Seriously, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so the last thing that I did, I think everyone should do, is I set a goal for myself. Every day, I committed to talking with at least 3 people. Whether it was the person checking me out at the grocery store, or it was walking up to someone new at the gym and just saying, hi, my name is Pernilla. What's your name? It was actually like crazy to me because I've never done that. I loved it, and it just helped me be, I guess, more open. You never know who you can meet. And it's funny because we're often scared of like, what are they gonna say if I just walk up to them? But oftentimes, everyone's nice. And if they're not, send them love and then move on with your day.
A fun fact about introverts that I heard on a podcast lately is that the more we get into the habit of isolating ourselves, the less we're going to want to seek out social environments. And what I would do is just keep busy with a ton of things that I was crazy passionate about. And so
didn't even know I was lonely at the time. But now that I feel like I've gotten more of a social life, I just feel so much more happy. We're social creatures, and I'm still someone who needs a lot of time by myself. But it really is important that it's like-minded friendships, because if it's not, and you feel like you're the giver, or you feel like it's just not giving to your life, adding value to your life, then it may be a sign that it's not the right people and that you do need to seek out new friendships. Because I definitely feel, even though I am an introvert and I do need more time with myself, if I'm spending time with the right people, people that actually give, I need way less of that alone time as to when I'm spending time with people that maybe aren't a good match. And it doesn't mean that either person is better or worse. It just means that maybe we aren't compatible, just like certain people in relationships aren't as compatible as others. And I think it's the same with friendships. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I think you're gonna like this one as well. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon. That's the representation of me isolating myself. And it wasn't until last year I set a goal. I wanted to join the crowd.